Hi guys, how are you? This is Leslie. Welcome to another of my videos. I'm so sorry for not uploading last week. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling like filming anything. I actually tried, but I didn't like how it turned out, so I wanted to instead just wait to film an actually a really good video. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be telling you things to know before traveling to Iceland, and basically more about my experience going to that that country and things that I did. It was an amazing trip, I'm gonna be having my phone here to go through pictures and remind myself of the things that I want to tell you guys. And I'm also gonna be inserting here some pictures of my trip, and also make kind of a list of the things that I want to tell you about. So if you want to know more about what to do to travel to Iceland or what to do over there, and some kind of tips, then keep on watching. So the first thing that I want to tell you is that it's a 7-hour flight. I was able to fly directly from Orlando to not Reykjavik, I think it's Keflavik, something like that. It's kind of close to Reykjavik. They have 2 airports in Iceland, and we didn't fly to the one in Reykjavik. We flew to the other one, and it was a 7-hour flight. I didn't get bored. I slept through the whole flight, so it wasn't bad. With Iceland Air, they have a TV. Don't forget to bring your headphones. We had Bluetooth headphones and we couldn't use them, so that's why I just slept through the whole flight. So bring your headphones, and you won't get food unless you pay for it beforehand. And I think they also have a food card that you can buy drinks or something. And we flew from 6 p.m. Orlando time, and we got there at 6 a.m. in Iceland, which was perfect because we had the whole day for ourselves. The first thing that we did was Blue Lagoon, and I know you probably will hear and read so many posts about not going to the Blue Lagoon because it's gonna be crowded. And honestly, we had a great experience at the Blue Lagoon. There was barely anyone there. We booked it for 8 a.m. so I think that's the first thing that I would recommend. Go very early, and leave around probably 10 or not later than that, because then it's when it started to get crowded. But it's beautiful. It's a great experience. If you don't know what the Blue Lagoon is, it's a thermal pool. It's natural water, and I think it's it was naturally made like that. I don't think the human made it, but they do have bathrooms and places to change, and you have to shower before going in there. And if you are a girl, don't put your hair on a ponytail or a bun or something. Don't let the water touch your hair, because it's gonna be damaged for a couple of days. That happened to me. I actually read about it, but I totally forgot about it, and I went in with my hair like that, like this, and afterwards when I tried to wash it and brush it, it was a nightmare, and it was all dried and freezy, and I don't know, it was a bad experience for my hair. So please put it on a ponytail, or in the bathrooms they have conditioner, so put a bunch of conditioner in your hair to protect it from that water, because it has this thing called silica, and it is not harmful for your body, but it will make your hair so dry. So do that. And like I said, it wasn't crowded when we went, so we had we were able to take so many pictures. And then there's this mini cave that we also really liked, and we took pictures there. Oh, and they also offer you a complimentary face mask and a complimentary drink. I had for the drink, I had I think a strawberry smoothie. It was okay. I feel like it didn't have that much flavor, but it was free, and it was good because it was our first meal of the day right there. So that was my complimentary drink. And that brings me to my second tip, or second thing that I want to talk about, and it is renting a car. I think it will save your life. I was initially planning on traveling by myself, which is the reason why I didn't want to rent a car at the beginning, because I didn't want to be driving by myself in the snow, and I had no experience driving in snow, or in cold temperatures during winter, so I didn't want to do that. But honestly, now seeing how much money we saved during the trip. I think like it was a good idea to rent a car. So when we got to the airport, we looked for our rental company, which is called Green Motion, and I honestly don't recommend that company. They don't even have like a stand or like a booth to call them or like look for them. We were very lucky to run into some other people from the US. They were from New Jersey, and they were waiting for the same rental company, so like we made some friends right there, and they helped us know more about like how we were gonna get to Green Motion's like place to get our car. So that's how we got it, and they don't have the best cars. We were initially supposed to rent a Mazda, and I think at the end they gave us a Fiat because the Mazda, the windows weren't working. But honestly, like you would save so much money by just traveling by yourself on a car, like doing whole tour by yourself, because the first tour that we booked, we would have spent, if we did it by ourselves, we would have spent only like 5,000 ISK, which is Icelandic krona. That's their currency, which is like not that much compared to what we actually paid for the tour. So definitely like you would save so much money by just doing it by yourself. The first tour that we did was the Golden Circle, I think so, yeah, Golden Circle, which is visiting it's a national park, a geyser, I don't know, like so many people pronounce it differently during our trip, so I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And then the next thing that we visited was it was like national park, geyser, a crater, and like they took us to like other different parts. Also, if you're renting a car, be very mindful that gas is very expensive. I think I paid for filling it twice, and I spent like $40, or like, yeah, almost like $40 filling the tanks. So that's like very expensive compared to America. Like here in Orlando, I paid like $18 or $20 to fill my tank, so it's like double the price. Now that I was telling you about like the money and everything, like currency, you don't really need to bring cash, so don't worry about exchanging money or just bringing cash, because like you don't necessarily need it. I also like read and watched like so many videos saying that they don't accept cash, and my boyfriend, he asked at different gift stores and just like stores in general, and asking if they accept cash, and they said yes. So they definitely like accept cash, but you don't need it because they accept credit cards or debit cards. Just be careful and talk to your bank before going and seeing like if they will charge any foreign fee. I have Bank of America, and I think in total I spent like $7 on fees for the like 5 or 6 days that I was over there, so I don't think it was that bad. And like for the amount of money that I spent over there, I don't think it was too bad. The next thing that I want to talk about is the Northern Lights. I was kind of disappointed about them. I'm not sure if we weren't able to see them with our own eyes because it was kind of cloudy, or because in general like we can't see Northern Lights. So please, if you know anything about this, like let me know in the comments down below, like how to see Northern Lights. Like I know that you have to go outside the city where there's no light, there's no clouds, and it has to be very, very dark, and it also has to be very cold, so that's why you're only able to see it during the winter. So in Iceland, the time frame to see the Northern Lights, it's from like November to the end of March, and sometimes the beginning of April. So that's why like we thought it was gonna be perfect for us to see the Northern Lights, because we went from March 9th to the 15th. So we thought that we were gonna be able to see them, and so we drove kind of like south to near a lighthouse where it was like very, very dark, and we just brought our phones to take pictures, which the iPhone 11 is not so bad to take pictures, but they turned out kind of blurry, and like we were asking people to take pictures of us, and they don't know how to work out the iPhone 11, so it wasn't like kind of hard to take pictures of them. But yeah, we weren't able to see them with our like own eyes. So if that happens to you, then like don't be disappointed, because I was really, really disappointed about that. Or bring a professional camera with you, because like that will help you, in a tripod, because you definitely need a tripod, and then to fix the ISO, I think that's what it's called. Read about it and like be prepared for that. If you're going during the summer, then you're definitely not gonna see them. Also, another thing that you guys should be very mindful of is that Iceland is a very, very expensive country. If you're gonna eat outside, it's gonna be like very expensive. We would go to cafes or restaurants to eat, and we would spend like a lot of money on that. It's very expensive. For like a meal for 2 people, it would be around like $40 or more than that. So be prepared for spending a lot of money in that country, or like save money before traveling there. So if you're like planning on buying candy, chocolates from gift stores, don't do that. There's this supermarket called Bonus in Iceland, and we went there and they're like half a price. Like they're so cheap. We bought like a lot of chocolate bars, chocolate raisins, and like different candy to take home as like souvenirs. And also like you can totally buy food there. They have sandwiches and like chips and like anything, so you could totally like eat out of that. Another thing that I was discussing with my boyfriend the other day that I felt like was very interesting is that there is no tipping in Iceland. You don't have to tip at restaurants or bars or like anywhere that you go, like compared to America where you have to tip for everything. Like they don't do that. We went to a couple of restaurants and like whenever like they made us sign the receipt, there was no place to put a tip. I guess like you could give them tip in cash. Like I don't know if like that will offend them, like if that's part of their culture or not, but there's like you don't have to give tip. So I think like that is very cool because it's already very expensive. You're gonna be spending a lot of money on food and other things that you do, so I guess like that's good that you're like gonna be saving on the tip. And the last thing that I really want to talk about is about like the things and like places that I visited. Like I already said, we went to the Blue Lagoon, we went to the Geyser National Park, a crater. We also went to like a couple of waterfalls. I know we went to like one called Golfos, and we went to others we went to another one that we kind of like just found while we were driving to Big Beach or Diamond Beach, one of those. So they were pretty cool. Try to visit all the waterfalls because they are very different, they're very unique. I personally think like they would probably look a little bit prettier or nicer during the summer because they kind of like camouflage with the snow during winter, but they're so pretty, so definitely like take the time to go visit them. We also went to the ice caves, which I totally recommend them. They are amazing, and all the ice caves are very different, and like every year they look different because they are like naturally made. So the ice cave that I visited will not be the same as the one that you'll probably visit. And they'll provide crampons, which is like thing to put on your snow boot for like walking and not falling in the snow and like while you're hiking. And yeah, if you're going in the winter, just be prepared for the cold. I was lucky to not have to wear like so many layers. I would only like wear my leggings, my snow boots, or like weatherproof boots, and then I wear like a sweater and like a big jacket, which I'm gonna link it down below if you want to like check it out, because it really like protects me from the cold, the wind, and everything. Like I was not cold at all during our trip. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope that you really like it. If you want to see like more pictures about my trip, then follow me on Instagram. I've been like posting a bunch of pictures right there, and I also have like a highlight on my Instagram of all of the videos that I took while I was there. And if you have any more questions about like going to Iceland and like what to do, I can like I don't know, give you any tips, recommendations, or anything like that. So send me a message on my social media or comment down below. And yeah, I hope that you like this video, and I hope to see you on more of the next ones. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.